Hey, it's Ben here, and in this quick video, I want to show you some tips on what's working now or what successful video rankers are doing to get results in Google and YouTube today. And I'm also going to be talking about and demonstrating a new software coming out that is going to make video ranking a lot easier for you called VideoBookmarker. And what this tool is, and I'll be doing a full demonstration in a little bit at the end of the video, is this is a video ranking tool, one of the best I've seen specifically for ranking videos. So it doesn't have a lot of stuff or extra parts that could actually hurt your video or even penalize your rank like some bigger software ranking platforms might have. And it's better than any bookmarking tool, which is very important now for video that I've seen. And some of the main features and why it's better than just about every other bookmarking tool is, well, for one, it can deploy advanced human simulation modes to avoid penalties. Now, this is more powerful. Now, it does have a like scheduler in it, so you can schedule when you want the bookmarks to go out. But this is even more advanced because it does random times to avoid having like a footprint or creating links that are like every hour or like every 10 minutes, like some almost all bookmarking tools do. So, if Google is checking your footprint or your linking structure and it looks like you're creating a bookmark every hour on the dot, well, that's an indication that you're not really doing it, that a software is doing it. So it's really important to have this advanced human simulation mode to make it look as natural as possible, but you're still saving time and doing it on autopilot. Now, some other things are that it has an 85 link success rate or posting success rate. Now, no other bookmarking software is that consistent. It has a mass account creator to make thousands of bookmarks. So you're not just posting to like the same 100 or 500 bookmarks, but you can import thousands and make thousands of bookmarks more than any other tool. And it's going to show you where your links are being built with fault intelligent reports more than any other one. So you know exactly what kind of links you're building, where they are, what type of quality are they, if they're even good, which ones you need to get rid of, stuff like that. It also has a lot of pre-written content that you can make unique yourself without the need to invest or trying to integrate some sort of like third-party spinner, like buy the best spinner and then try to integrate it into some other tool like a lot of bookmarking tools do. You don't need to worry about that. You don't even need to worry about integrating a capture breaker. There's already an autopilot capture breaking system built in, so you don't need to buy the software, then go out and spend another $90 on some sort of capture breaking system. It does a lot of other far more stuff like powerful advanced multitasking systems. You can run multiple projects at once and run over 100 tasks at once to rank a lot of videos, multiple videos at once, maybe for you, maybe for your clients, if you're going to be doing that as well. And this is really good because it's not like another kind of clunky software that freezes a lot or requires a lot of third-party integrations to work, but this is going to work right out of the box. There's not a lot of technical know-how. I mean, it's a very powerful software. Actually, I have a few screenshots before we get into the full demo here. You can see here, it's actually, here's some screenshots of it actually ranking videos. You can see it's doing some of the reporting here. And again, I'll show you more specifics in diving into this and how this works. But this is one of the most powerful softwares for ranking videos. But before we get into more of that, first let's talk about why you need it and what are the major video ranking factors out there today as far as getting results. Now, the very first thing you need to do is do on video optimization or optimization inside of YouTube to get results before even trying to point all these backlinks to your videos and get them to rank. And surprisingly, a lot of people are still not doing this correctly. And there's some new things that have come up, like Google seems to be ranking 5 main types of videos now in its search. But first, it's important now that YouTube is taking the video view duration very seriously. And if you want to get your videos ranked in YouTube or Google, well, they really need to have a view duration of 40% longer. So, so on average, your videos are getting watched over 30 or 40%. Now, if they're only getting watched like 10%, well, that's an indicator that A, your video is really bad and doesn't deserve to be ranking in Google, or B, that you're buying like views from India or Fiverr or something that are telling you that they're going to watch your video, and they are different IP addresses, so it's not really getting them frozen, but at the same time they're only watching like a few seconds in and then just leaving it. So it's not freezing your video, but then at the same time it's never going to get ranked because it's an indicator that you're trying to automatically rank instead of manually doing it the way they want. Now, it's important again to keep using the keyword in the title. So for instance, say your keyword is something to do with the paleo diet, or like a paleo diet review. If possible, try to get that in the title somehow twice. So like if I'm trying to rank for paleo diet review, I'd have that once right up at the front somewhere very close, and then again maybe somehow in the title if it makes sense. Now if it seems unnatural and it seems like you're just trying to stuff it, then only have it once. But if you can get it multiple times, or at least once in the beginning, that's really good. Now another thing that's been working is using less tags. Now sometimes people have said, to fill up as many tags as you can, and that means that you'll rank for more stuff and you'll get like long tail rankings. Well, these days it's better just to really focus on like one thing, one tag, and it's going to tell YouTube or Google that your video is specifically about this keyword, specifically about paleo diet reviews or knife reviews or a specific knife review, and it's not about other stuff. So basically that would tell it that this is like an expert video or a video giving specific detailed information about one thing, and then so that means that it should rank higher for that one specific thing instead of like a general, like if you have a bunch of social media tags and you're trying to rank for something about social media marketing, then it might tell it that this is a good general video with some good knowledge about social media in general, but for this specific Twitter tool or this specific keyword, it's not really that detailed, and thus it's not the best content to rank up there. Some other things is you must use the closed caption system if you want to rank in Google. And basically what that is that you need to, say you have your video here, you go to edit or info and settings. And then you go to the subtitles and CC, and you really need to upload a transcript that matches what you say in the video or what the speaker is. And that's going to tell Google and YouTube what the video is about. Now, they've tried to make progress on making their own closed caption systems, but the problem is that they're still really bad. And if you go through specifically what I've been doing, and the keywords that they make or the sentences, they don't really make sense. It's just a big jumbled mess. So if you need to get a transcript made and upload it to YouTube for your video. It only costs like $5. Someone will do it on Fiverr for $5 for like 10 minutes, and then upload it, and that will tell the search engines in Google what your video is actually about, because their system for recognizing what YouTube videos are about are still pretty bad for some reason. So the more specific you are, the more that it's going to rank for what you want it to. And then again, YouTube, you probably know this already, in Google, well, they're looking for authority, they're looking for the best channel with the most knowledge. So the more subscribers you get, the more views you get, the more engagement you get. Well, that means that all your videos are going to rank as a result. So say, for example, you upload 10 videos to a new channel, they're not really getting the traction you want, they're not really getting the results you want. But say you keep doing that over time, you keep building your channel, you keep trying to get more views, more subscribers, more engagement. Well, after a while, after your channel starts to become more popular, then those 10 videos that you kind of deemed that were dead, or you figure that, well, they're just never going to rank or making any money, well, they're going to actually start ranking now that your entire channel has been optimized. So, the more effort that you put in, all of a sudden, a lot of the other videos that might not have worked or you might have given up on will start to produce results. So it's very important that you play for the long game on YouTube video ranking, not just for one video and then you give up and you move on to some other shiny object. Now, another thing that I've noticed is that whenever Google started incorporating the videos into their results, at first it seemed like there was a result for like every top 3 keyword out there. There seemed to be a video on every page, and then they decided to do the thing where so they decided to incorporate videos as a result, and then a lot of the videos went down. But now it seems to be like they're trying to figure out what type of videos they want to show in the search results, and it seems like they're focusing on 5 really main ones that keep popping up in the organic Google result. For example, ones that contain how-to keywords seem to come up in Google a lot. Review ones come up a lot. Ones that say tutorial in it or tutorial related. So for example, you can see here famous 5-minute WordPress install tutorial is ranking 4th for the keyword WordPress setup tutorial, which is a pretty big keyword. Funny videos, animal related stuff is ranking, and it seems like they're ranking a lot of sports and fitness related videos in Google. Now, why are they focusing on, these 5 main type of videos to start showing in Google now? Well, you have to remember that it's all about delivering the best search results whenever you type in something in Google. And there's some things that lend themselves to better content than just a simple article. So for example, you can imagine, if I'm searching for, how to set up WordPress, I'd much rather watch someone demonstrating a good video of it that I can just follow than reading some instruction with not a lot of pictures, not a lot of optimization, if I wanted to get results quickly. And you can imagine, for example, in sports and fitness, if you say you want to learn how to do ab exercises correctly or how to do CrossFit correctly, you can imagine that there's a big difference between watching someone demonstrate how to lift a barbell or just reading an article about it and maybe there's a picture or two. And which one do you think is going to give you the best results, and you're going to be more likely to go back to Google over and over for more queries? So that's what they're trying to do there, is they're trying to provide video now as an option where it makes sense. So what you want to do to get easy Google rankings now is try to include the keywords how to, review, tutorial. Don't have to include all of these, but one of these somehow, or somehow make it sports and fitness related, if that makes sense. Somehow in your description, that's going to tell the search engines, oh, this is like a tutorial, a video tutorial, or a video review where they're going to the content's going to be better or more in detail than someone who's just writing an article. So that's very important to do as well. Now, some off-page factors. It keeps seeming like social indicators are a huge factor in ranking Google. And these are what we call non-contextual backlinks. So basically, they're signals or links where there's not a lot of content about them. So for example, a contextual link would be something like an article or a guest post where it talks all about how to set up WordPress. And then somewhere throughout the link, or maybe at the bottom of the article, there's a link to watch your video. So that's going to tell Google that there's all this unique content that someone knows, and then at the end they're pointing to this video saying that, well, this is a good tutorial that you need to watch, and Google should factor that in now, saying and rank it above other tutorials because there's an article talking about how good it is and referring it. So but on this case, social bookmarks, they're not really contextual contextual type links. So the good thing is that for non-contextual type links, it's still kind of easy to use software to create them. You don't want to create them all at once, create 10,000 links at once, because obviously that's going to indicate that that's not natural. But it's hard for it to tell that you manually did it or a machine did it, because there's not really any content around it. And if it is, it's just a tiny 1 or 2 sentences of maybe spun content that that naturally you're probably just going to copy and paste from site to site anyway if you're doing that. Now, if you're trying to write articles, provide value, you wouldn't copy and paste the same article over and over again, because that would trigger the duplicate content algorithm factor, which would de-index that link or make it not count basically. And then so this is where the video bookmarker comes in, because you can build these high profile or high PR, do follow, social backlinks, social bookmarks, and signals that are very important to not just ranking videos now, but also getting them like indexed in that Google search and getting the freshness factor indexed. Because it's one thing to you create a great WordPress setup tutorial, but it doesn't get indexed for several months or so. One of the big things that Google looks at is freshness. So if you have something especially news related or something new, like a new tutorial or updated tutorial on setting up WordPress, well, that's going to be a factor, because Google will want to rank the most up-to-date knowledge or the best content. So it's very important that you use those social bookmarks to not just show that you're an authority or have more signals pointing to your site, but also for the freshness factor, and as well as like the social factor, like people are sharing it, people are bookmarking it, people are engaging with it, because they want people who or they want content, they want to rank content that appears or is being shared and is deemed valuable, because Google is smart enough to know that they don't have all the answers and they don't know what people they think is most valuable, but they do want to put that content at the top that people are finding most valuable, because that's a win-win for them and people searching for that specific topic. And then finally, to rank for more high competition words, it's great to have all these social bookmarks pointing at it. That can certainly help, but you also need, like I said, some of the contextual links that provide more link juice, and will help rank over the long term and for more competitive keywords. Now, as I mentioned before, popping these into like a software and spinning the whole article, or trying to submit automatically to like Wikipedia or wiki sites, well, that just doesn't really work anymore. And the algorithms of Google and YouTube, they're so advanced that they're going to know that you're trying to manipulate your way up to the ranks. So unfortunately, doing contextual links kind of the black hat way, well, you either have to do it so black hat that it appears extremely white hat, like you have to spin it so well or make it so natural with misspellings and different ways the URL is created, that it's basically would just take the same amount of time. It's just writing the article and submitting it manually, or creating your own blog and making like a Web 2.0 site manually yourself, then doing all this work to a very advanced, and you would need a very complicated and expensive software to do that if you wanted to like do it the black hat way. So what I recommend is getting the good social bookmarks or non-contextual links in a natural fashion pointing to the video, but then also having good content and surrounding your link with relevant content to help it rank as well, which if you want more detail onto this, I have some trainings that I'm going to be offering for free with the video bookmarker as well. So some bonuses I'll be giving away for the video bookmarker include like 1,000 bookmarks that you can integrate right into the software for one, and some training as far as getting those contextual links the white hat way, not doing stuff that's kind of that might have worked in 2012 but won't work now, as well as some other software and very good training for you to take a look at if you do want to get a video bookmarker. So now we went over the why of why you need it. Now let's go over what exactly it is with the demo that the video bookmarker team created a walkthrough, because it is a little bit tricky. It might be a little bit complicated at first, especially if you haven't used advanced tools or link building tools. So it might be a little bit complicated, but they've broke it down in a very easy way to understand. So here is the demo of the video bookmarking tool. And before going into that, I just want to say make sure to check that out when it launches for the early bird discounts. You don't have to pay much more for it after a few days or whenever the price rises, as well as make sure that you can get all those extra bonuses that I'll be giving away. That's going to help put all these pieces together and get rankings for your video.
Hey, it's Peter Beatty here with VideoRevolver.com and VideoBookmarker. I wanted to make this quick tutorial video to show you around the Video Bookmarker software and just kind of give you a tour and talk about some of the major features that you'll be using for building links to your videos. Now, in this video, I'm not going to cover all the little tiny specific details or features because there are so many features in this software. It's a pretty advanced piece of software, and I can only cover so much in this tutorial video. But we do have another set of tutorial videos that you can watch. If you go to YouTube and you type Ultimate Bookmarker, okay, you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4 different tutorials here. Now, the software that you bought is Video Bookmarker. It's the video version of Ultimate Bookmarker, but it's based on the same framework, so these tutorials still apply. Okay, so give these tutorials a watch if you want to learn the more step-by-step very specific fine details on the software. Okay, we've got a tutorial here on quick setup, creating profiles, registrations on social bookmarking sites, improving success rates with submitting links, one-click account creator. So give these a watch in addition to this video. Okay, this video is kind of meant as an overall overview. Okay. So once you fire up the software, it's going to ask you for your username, password, and your serial number, okay? You're going to get that stuff in your email, so make sure you check your email for those details, enter them, and then once you do that, the software will fire up and it will look just like this. Now, I will say one thing. If you've never used a link building software before, like this one, please try not to be overwhelmed by the amount of features here. There are a lot of features in this software. It's an extremely powerful piece of software, okay? And I'll be honest with you, I have not used many other link building softwares in my business in a long time. It's actually been a while since I've used a link building software. And when Yogesh first showed me Video Bookmarker, when I fired it up for the first time, I was a little bit overwhelmed, okay? I did not know what some of these features did and what they were there for. So I had to take some time with the software, watch the tutorials, and learn how to use it myself because it isn't a very advanced piece of software. So just keep that in mind. Try not to get overwhelmed. Just take your time with it. Watch the videos. And if you have any trouble at all, just reach out to our support desk, and Yogesh will definitely help you out, okay? There's always a link right here. If you click check demo videos, it'll take you to these videos here I just showed you, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'll show you around the software. The very first area that you do want to start out in is the Settings tab. If you go to File and then click on Settings, it's going to bring up this little window here. Now, I'm going to walk you through some of the important features here. We don't need to cover all of them. But let's talk about the things that you do need to know. Okay, the very first thing I want to talk about are what this means here. Okay, maximum number of threads per task, and then maximum number of tasks to run at the same time. So Video Bookmarker is programmed in a way that makes it or gives it the ability to work really fast and to do multiple things at the same time. Okay. Now, basically, that's what maximum number of threads per task mean. So a task is, if we told the software, go out and create an account for us on all 800 of these social bookmarking sites, that would be one task, okay? That's one thing that the software needs to do over time. Another task may be go out and start building links on these sites for this video, okay? That would be considered one task. Okay, we recommend keeping this number around 2 to 3 before you start experiencing performance lagging. So make sure you keep that around 2 to 3. But the software can do multiple tasks at the same time. For example, you can actually be the software can go out there and be creating accounts for you on these social bookmarking sites while at the same time building links for another video. Okay, pretty cool. Now, threads per task. This means how many things within that one task do you want the software to do. For example, if you're telling the software to go out there and create social bookmarking accounts for you on 800 sites, well, this is saying how many sites do you want the software to create those accounts for at the same time, or submit those links at the same time. If we put this to 10, that means that the software is going to be building links or creating accounts for you on 10 sites at the same time. Okay, so that will obviously speed things up. I'm going to put this at 12. Whoops, not 100. Let's do 12. Not sure why that's not. Let me change that. Okay, so 12. And 2 tasks at the same time. All right, we don't really need to worry about this stuff here. You can leave this stuff the way it is. This stuff should be fine the way it is as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and click Save System Settings. Now the next tab that I want to draw your attention to is the CAPTCHA setting tab. Okay, now you have to realize that these social bookmarking sites that the software is building links on for us, well, what do most of these sites require? Well, most of these sites, like any site on the internet, will have CAPTCHA codes, okay? Those little funny looking images that have like weird looking numbers in them, and they tell you to type what the number says in the image to prove that you're human. Well, this software has the ability to crack those codes, okay? Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to go out there and create accounts for you on, 800 sites in just, a short time. But if you start experiencing low success rates, okay, if you're running a task, building links on all these sites, and you're getting a high number of failed sites over here, okay, let's say out of 800 sites you get like 600 that failed, well, obviously that's an issue, and the problem is the CAPTCHA, okay? So if you are getting low success rates, you can subscribe to a CAPTCHA solving service, okay? And this is what I do with the software. I use this one right here, dcapture.com. This is the best one, okay? What you do is where it says use right here, just select dcapture, okay? Select the dcapture tab. And what you can do is you can go to dcapture.com, okay? dcapture.com, let's go there. I'll show you what you need to do. Go there. It's a really ugly looking site, but if you create an account for yourself, click on register, give yourself a username and password, you can actually buy credits on here to use their CAPTCHA solving service. I just submitted $10 worth of credits, and the software is going out there and using their CAPTCHA solving service, and I'm having high success rates. So keep that in mind. $10 goes a long way. If you're getting low success rates with the CAPTCHA solving, $10 goes a long way. Go to dcapture.com and buy $10 worth of credits, enter your login details from dcapture.com here, like I'm doing. You can see I've got $7.32 left in my account, and this will use that service, okay? So you'll start getting higher success rates. Make sure you hit save, okay? I hope that makes sense. If not, reach out to us. We'll help you. So now we're ready to go. Those are the important things I want to cover in the settings tab, all right? The next thing I wanted to show you is this project tab over here. This is where all your projects are going to be listed. So let's go ahead and let's create a project, okay? Let's say we have a video that we want to rank, okay? So let's set up a project for it. We'll go to Add Project and enter project name. We'll call this, I just made a video about how I made a teleprompter. So let's say I want to rank that video. So let's call this teleprompter how-to video, okay? This is the video that I want to rank, so I'll click Save. So now we have a project set up. The very first thing that you want to do once you've got a project set up is you want to create accounts, okay? You want the software to create accounts for you on the social bookmarking sites, okay? You can see right now, this version of the software, I've got the Pro version, I've got over 800 sites active in the software. So I can use all of these. If you just bought the basic version, you may have like 100 sites, totally fine. But when you're ready to go, just right click on your project and go to add task. You can see we have two different tasks: account creation or bookmarking, link building for your videos. Okay, the first thing you want to do is go to account creation. So enter task name. Let's just call it teleprompter account creation. And you can just select from one of the demo profiles that the software has, and you can see that we've got all these sites that we can start creating accounts on. Okay, this is over 800 different social bookmarking sites, and of course you can add your own. You can update this list if you want to. So let's select all the sites and we'll click save. So now the software is going out there and it's setting up these tasks. Okay, and in a moment, once this finishes, the software is going to go out and start systematically creating accounts for us on these sites. So I'm going to click pause on this video while it does that, and I'll meet you back here. Okay, so the software has created all those tasks for us. So let's go ahead and click OK. And now you can see a progress bar right here of as the accounts are getting created. You can see that it's going through them right now. Okay, so I've just paused this task just so I can show you the link building feature. So let's go ahead and right click on the project and go to add task, and we'll go to bookmarking task. So now we can give this task a name. We'll call it teleprompter link building, and we'll click next. So now we're just basically setting up the link building for back to our video. So you can see it right now. The software has created accounts for us on 93 sites so far. If we let it keep running, it would keep going, but I paused it just to show you this feature. So this number would be a lot higher if you let the software run in its entirety. Okay, so let's click next, and you can see we've got 93 sites right here. So now we can just select all of these. We can just click the first one, scroll all the way down, hold shift on our keyboard, and we've selected all of them. Okay, now click next. Now this is where we're going to enter the info for our video. So we can actually build links back to multiple videos at the same time if we wanted to. I'm going to go ahead and just do one here. So let's go to YouTube and just grab a video that we want to build links to. Here's a video I just shot today about how I built a do-it-yourself teleprompter for $15. So let's say I wanted to rank this video for DIY teleprompter. Okay, so we'll go ahead and just select the YouTube URL. Okay, go back to the software, and we'll go ahead and enter that link right here. So title, this would be obviously the keyword that you want to rank for. So let's just do DIY teleprompter. Okay, and this would be the actual post. So we can put anything here. Let's go ahead and just create one. We could just go ahead and how to create a DIY teleprompter for only $15. Okay, so tags, we can do like DIY teleprompter. This would obviously be your keywords. I'm just going to enter some demo ones here, and now we can go ahead and just add it. Okay, and we can keep adding videos here if we wanted to. If we had another video we wanted to add, let's go back to my Video Revolver account, my YouTube channel, and let's say we wanted to grab this review right here that I did for VideoVibe Pro. Okay, let's say we wanted to rank this video for VideoVibe Pro review. Okay, I'd copy this URL, go back to the software, into that URL there, and we can call it VideoVibe Pro review. My review and bonuses for VideoVibe Pro, and keywords VideoVibe Pro, VideoVibe Pro review, etc. Okay, so now we'd go ahead and add that. Now there's some other features in the software that you can use, such as you can create spin titles and descriptions and things like that. I'd recommend writing your own, but you can use that if you want to. Watch the other tutorials I talked about in the beginning of this video on that. You can also have the software crawl this site for other links, and there's a bunch of cool stuff you can do, but I'm going to let Yogesh explain that stuff in the other tutorials, okay? So we've got these two videos set up that we want to start building links back to. Now over here on the bottom, we can see that we can then adjust our settings. For example, we can control which bookmarking sites that we want them to build the software to build links on. I'm just going to leave it to all. And over here, we can spread out our submissions. So we can actually make the software run right now. So it goes out and it starts creating those links for us. Oops, I just realized the software is a little bit off the screen. Sorry about that. Or we can submit it to, say, 10 sites per day, okay? Or we can spread this submission out over 3 days if we wanted to. But I'm just going to go ahead and do run now. Okay, so now we can just go ahead and click save, and the software is going to go and it's going to start posting links back to these videos for us on those 93 sites that we just created accounts for on the previous task that we created. Okay, so let's click save, and the software is basically generating a task, and it's going to go out there and start building links for us. So I'm going to pause this video and I'll come back once it is done with that. Oh, it's done. Okay, I didn't have to pause the video. So now we'd click OK, and now we've got a new task right here, and the software is going to go out and start posting these links for us. We got to give it some time, let the software run its course, and come back and check later. But now the software is building those links. So that is the basic core features of VideoBookmarker. Like I said, you can watch the status of each task here. A few more things that I want to point out. First of all, if you click over to the Sites tab, you can see all the active sites loaded into the software. If you can download new sites, Yogesh has a service where you can download an updated list of sites. You can also add your own sites. If you have another site that's not in the software, you can add it here just to keep your list updated, okay? Another thing, activity, you can go here and you can watch what the software is actually doing. You can see that it's going through a capture delay right here. Pretty cool. You can actually watch it working in real time, right? So the scraper tab you may or may not have. It's available in the pro version of the software. If you do have the pro version, you will have this feature. Now basically what this will do is it will scrape links from Google for you. So for example, this is very useful if you want to identify new sites that you can build links on. For example, if you want to scrape Google for social bookmarking sites that you can submit your links on, well, what you can do right here where it says enter footprint file, please enter footprint, you can use the various Google operators, okay, to search for specific keywords on specific sites that would identify them as social bookmarking sites, for example. So what we can do is we can use a Google operator such as this, in text, okay, and then in quotes, submit your bookmark. So if we did this, what it's going to do, and we click start there, the software is going to scrape google.com or .co.uk or .co.uk or whatever one you want to use, and it will list sites in Google that have these words on the site. So what kind of sites would have this text on it? Well, a social bookmarking site that lets you submit your bookmark, okay? So this would allow you to build a list of new potential social bookmarking sites that you can then add into the software to build links on, okay? Another one you could do is something like in URL, okay? In URL, let me reference my notes here. So in URL /plig / and what that would do is it would scrape Google for websites that have this right here in the URL. So Plig is basically like a content management system, okay? So kind of like WordPress, but it's a platform that a lot of social bookmarking sites run on, okay? So if it has this word in the URL, then that means chances are it's a potential social bookmarking site. So again, allows you to build a list of new potential social bookmarking sites to build links on. Okay, now if you want to look at a reference of various Google operators, okay, that you can use, go to this URL here, googleguide.com/advanced_operators_reference.html. I know that's a mouthful, but if you go to Google and you just type Google operators, it's the second result here for me. Okay, click on that and it will give you a list of all the different operators that you can use in the Google search engine. Refer to this page if you want to learn more about Google operators. I know this is kind of some advanced stuff for some of you, but give it some time, read this page here, and it will make more sense. Okay, so that's the scraper tab. Other than that, that's all I want to cover in this video. We're getting over to the 20-minute mark, so I want to keep this somewhat short for you. Again, the main key things that I want to point out is the settings tab. If you're getting a low success rate on the link submissions, use a premium CAPTCHA solving service. Go to CAPTCHA setting, use deCAPTCHA, okay? And it will increase your success rates with the software, because something needs to solve those CAPTCHA codes, and this software or this service here is the best, okay? Other than that, welcome to the Video Bookmarker software. Take your time with it, and I know it's got a lot of features. Don't let it overwhelm you, and let us know of your results with ranking your videos in the search engines.